Well, now we're driving the south shore of Nova Scotia. I want to get to Lunenburg. I've got fond memories of this city. I want to get some nice shots at sunset and after the sunset as well. Look at that. This is so alien to me to see boats and water and I'm just really out of my element, but I love this so much. I'm really happy here. Makes me happy to listen to the water, smell the sea air, and get some amazing shots. This is a busy harbor too. There's a lot of pleasure boats out there, yachts that are big enough to live on, and fishing boats, working boats. I'm just down by the golf course, shooting across the water here, getting some good shots. I'm putting in a lot of time because I want to get the sunset, and I want to see what happens in the meantime as well. In the past, we've taken cruises like horse and buggy things up and down the street and toured the downtown, but I didn't do that this time. I concentrated on these buildings here. I'd love to go through that fishing museum, love to see these things. There's a fish shack there. You could get some fish and chips, I imagine. Lots of nice sailing vessels here, lots of white yards. Look at this, wowee. Great boats. Lots and lots of history here too. And I'm just shooting away. Staying in the shade because it was pretty warm really. Just overall shots of the harbor. Now I'm zooming in a little bit on some of these boats. I can't imagine what it'd be like to be on one of those boats and be off to sea for a month or 3 months or however long. I think it'd be pretty amazing. Now the lights are coming on a little bit. I have to wait because it just doesn't seem to be getting dark very fast. Lights are coming up a bit more now, and what do I see? There's the blue nose. Wow. Now the lights are coming up, the lights inside the museum, you can see them. Some more lights. So wonderful. Look at there. That's what I was waiting for. This is what I want to see. The city skyline, fantastic. Beautiful city. Wow, look at that. What a nice skyline. This is totally built by the sea as far as I can tell, to service the boats and everything. Look at this. We drove to Mahone Bay because we couldn't park overnight there, so we stopped in Mahone Bay. I parked up at an information area, and 3 o'clock in the morning I saw this church out the window, and I got this wonderful shot there. I'm so happy with it. Raining in the morning, so we're going to start driving again. Sometimes I wish I could just stay there for a week until the weather changed and get some different pictures, but it changed pretty fast here too. We're driving through Mahone Bay again. Going to see what we can find. It's a pretty interesting area. Look at that, the light came out on the church. I was so happy to see that. There's some of the harbor. The light's on there too. You wouldn't think it would be, but it was. Just so lucky. The rain and the fog cleared away for our visit, and we got some great shots. I love these two churches. I've been photographing them for many years. Just look at that. Wow, what a beautiful place. It's a wonderful place to take pictures. Wonderful place to meet people and talk to people. It's such good fun. Saw this geodesic dome sort of thing out on a dock. I was quite amazed by that. There's my van where it's parked. Getting some great shots from there too. Some ducks in front of the boats, or geese, I imagine they're geese. There never seems to be a shortage of geese wherever you go. But wow, look at the sky. We want to head to Peggy's Cove and see how that works out for us. It's going to be a bit of a drive, but I really enjoy traveling. Whoa, there we are. And look at the water, wow. It's pretty foggy and hazy right now, but we'll see if that clears up a little bit for us. Lots of waves breaking on the shore. Tremendous power in those waves, too. Look at there. I just walked along the trail, standing up on top of a rock, and I was marveling at these waves coming in on the rocks. Look at that. Wow, look at that power. It's just amazing. I love it. Like I said, watching the ocean and listening to it really puts me at peace. Now I got a little bit closer, and what's happening? The sun's coming out, the fog's clearing away. I just can't believe it. Look at these waves. And the fog rolled in and rolled out, and it just kept changing. As fast as I could take pictures, the light changed. I was so lucky to be here. Look at that wave curling up like that. Wow, what good fortune. Really nice to be here. I'm from Central Ontario, totally landlocked, and when I see some water out there, I'm just amazed by it. I love it. Cannot get enough of it. Tried various ways to do shots, HDR, different exposures. Longer exposures to smooth the water out a little bit, sharp exposures like fast exposures to freeze the waves, which I like those too. I really like these. The waves were coming in constantly, so you could just change your settings and try different things. I found it wonderful. Now I'm just concentrating on the water, working on the rocks. Over the millennia, the water wears away the rocks and really changes things. Bit of a wide shot now. I walked into town and I didn't bring but one lens with me. I wish I had brought more lenses. I had to get really close to shoot this with my 12 to 40. So I thought it was going to be plenty long enough, but wish I would have had the 40 to 150 with me. Would have been a little more fun. But I mean, these are interesting shots too. Sometimes it's good just to take one lens and see what you can do with it. Look at this. Between the mist from the water and the fog coming in and the light, I mean, it's just so amazing. And the old houses, or the old style houses anyway, I think most of them are new or restorations. But here's a little harbor there. I cannot remember ever having had a bad time here. This Peggy's Cove lighthouse, wow, it's an amazing sight. People come from all around the world to see it. Look at the fog here, my goodness. Mystical shots, absolutely mystical. Look at that. Wow. These old fishing buildings here are pretty interesting to me. Hunger and thirst, I love it. Getting out to fish. See, the fog gives you quite an aerial perspective on the background. This old boat, I've been photographing that for 30 years, I think. There's always something different. Every time I go there, I see things in a different light. You know, you think, why do you go there so many times? But every time I get there, it's all different. Look at that. Now that's in deep fog. I had a heck of a time focusing with that. And this, well, maybe nothing's really sharp, but it's a pretty sharp picture. There's my old boat again. This church in the distance really did it for me. I think these shots look like you're going back in time or something like that. And here the waves are washing away the rocks. And the bumblebees, things just keep on going the way they always have. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe, come on back again real soon.